CIET NCERT presents AudioBook Poorvi, Textbook of English for Grade 7.
Page number 91. Unit-3, Dreams and Discoveries. My brother's great invention. On the right-hand side of this page, there is a QR code. Scanning the QR code will take you to the additional resources of this chapter. Let us do these activities before we read. Activity 1. Work in pairs and guess the invention. Question 1. I am a concept invented by ancient Indian mathematicians. I add value to numbers. Without me, calculations in the modern digital world would be impossible. Who am I? Question 2. I am an ancient Indian practice, now popular globally. I focus on physical and mental well-being. What am I? Activity 2. Discuss in groups of 4 what you think the world today would have been like without inventions and discoveries. Activity 3. Fill the grid given below with missing letters to complete the words. These words display qualities of an inventor. I will be reading the words horizontally. CR-AT-V-T-. Next line. CU-ITY. Next line. RI-T-K-NG. Next line. DE-TE-INATI-. The last line. I-GI-A-ION. Page number 92. Let us read. Who put that water bag here? Roared my father from the front door step. Your burglar alarm. I hissed to my brother, Anand, who was getting ready to disappear from the house. Ma rushed in to see what the racket was all about and found Papa standing there, sopping wet and scowling. I want to know who is behind this nonsense, Papa said grimly. I think it's supposed to be a burglar alarm, Ma said in a soothing voice. I don't care what it's supposed to be, Papa said. Where's that boy? I'm sure he rigged this up. Anand had vanished by this time and reappeared only after dinner when Papa had cooled down. Before this story, let me put you in the picture. I'm Anita, 14 years old. My brother Anand, 1 year younger than me, caused all that hoo-ha with his burglar alarm. And this is not the first time he's got on Papa's nerves or frightened someone half to death in the house. The trouble with him is that he thinks he's a scientist. He loves tinkering with all sorts of electrical gadgets, tools, dynamos, planks of wood, and things like that. And he keeps creating inventions that never work out as they are supposed to. Recently, there had been a rush of thefts in the colony, and Anand, who had got into his head that what was needed was a burglar alarm. So, the minute Papa left for the office and Ma for the market, he started on his latest scheme. As usual, I had to be involved, though I would have preferred to finish my novel. If you get a shelling, don't bring me in, I warned Anand. Nothing will go wrong this time. I have planned it out carefully. See the blueprint. On the left-hand side of this page, there is a picture wherein the father enters the house. As soon as he enters the house, the burglar alarm goes off and a bucket of water is thrown on his head. He is absolutely furious in the picture. Let us also understand the meanings of some difficult words used on this page. The first word is racket. It means a loud and disturbing noise. The next word is sopping. It means soaking. The next word is scowling. It means having an angry or frowning expression. The next word in the line is rigged up. It means assembled something temporarily. The next word is tinkering. It means experimenting or fiddling. And the last word is dynamos. It means electric generator. Page number 93. Anand loves words like blueprint. It makes him feel professional. Anyway, I looked at the elaborate drawing of doors, wires, and bells and asked, "How does this thing work?" It's quite simple. The moment the door opens, this alarm is tripped off and makes a clanging sound. Then this water bag here is loosened and falls on the thief's head. By then, we call the police. Simple. But how does the alarm know that a burglar is opening the door? I have taken care of that, Anand said loftily. I had my own doubts about the alarm's guessing powers, but kept them to myself. Because when Anand is in one of his inventive moods, nothing stops him. You see, Anand explained smugly, a thief tries to open the door stealthily. I have rigged it up so that the alarm works only when the door is opened gently. I was skeptical. Remember, if Papa asks, I'm not involved. I warned. Now clean up this mess before anyone gets home. As you already know, my doubts about the alarm were quite justified. Papa, who always opens the door softly, was thoroughly soaked and angry as angry could be. Anyway, for a week after this, Anand did not dare try out anything new. Then we saw this film, Back to the Future. I don't know if you have seen it, but it's all about a time machine. Well, that was the end of peace and quiet in the house. My brother decided that he had to make a time machine too. Papa locked up his toolbox and hid the key while Ma kept a wary eye on her oven and mixer. Because, as I told you, when Anand is on one of his inventing binges, he takes apart all the gadgets in the house to collect parts. You can't imagine the noise that was going on. Hammering and sawing and clattering. Anand's room, next to our room, was transformed into a network of wires, springs, levers and bulbs. There was an enormous panel which was to be control switchboard. As for Anand, he went around looking like a savage. When Ma didn't notice, the fellow didn't even comb his hair. Let us now understand the difficult words on page 93. The first word is elaborate. It means detailed. The next word is clanging. A loud ringing sound like that of a metal being hit. Smugly. It means proudly. Stealthily. It means quietly or carefully so that one is not seen or heard. The last word is skeptical. It means doubtful. On the right-hand side of page 93, there is a picture of Anand. He's there in his chair and he's trying to fix up something. On the left-hand side, at the bottom, there is a picture of the girl Anita. She's worried about the mixer and the oven. Page number 94. Anand just wouldn't let anyone into his room. Finally, after a fortnight of frantic activity, the time machine was ready. We can try it out tonight, Anand announced to everyone at home at lunchtime. I don't know what you've been up to in that room, but you're not trying out anything new, Papa said firmly. But it's a time machine. I have invented it, Anand protested. When I say no, I mean no, Papa said, glaring. Poor boy, Ma said, noticing Anand's crestfallen look. At least, let's take a look at it. Papa sighed. All right, but if the house falls, it's your fault. As it turned out, we could not try out the time machine that day at all. The next day, Papa and Ma were going to Kharagpur, a few hours away from Calcutta, now Kolkata, for a wedding. Ma was worried about leaving us alone, but we reassured her. We are old enough to look after ourselves, Ma, I said, and we can go next door to Sharma Auntie if we needed anything. And it's only one night. Anand added. All right, but promise me you won't do anything with that time machine till we come back, Ma said sternly, looking at Anand. He promised half-heartedly, offended at this lack of respect for his creation. I breathed a sigh of relief. Now, let us understand some difficult words. The first is frantic. It means hurried and disorganized. The next word is crestfallen look, which means sad and disappointed appearance. And the last word on this page is offended, which means felt upset or hurt. Let us discuss. Exercise 1. Complete the cause and effect table given below. Now, there are 2 columns given. The first column has the causes and the next column has the effects. I'll read them out one by one. The first point under the heading causes is Anand set up his burglar alarm and rigged it to work when the door was opened softly. Now provide the effects of it. The second point under the heading causes is to be provided by you. And the effects are Anita was able to avoid any responsibility as Anand faced the consequences alone. The third point under the heading causes is we watched the movie Back to the Future. And the next point under the heading effects is to be provided by you. The last point under the heading causes is Papa firmly said no to trying out the time machine. And now provide the consequence or the effects of the statement. Exercise 2. Do you think Anand was able to keep his promise regarding the time machine? If yes, why? If no, why not? Part 2 of the story. They left by the afternoon train and were coming back the following evening. Anand fell asleep immediately, but I stayed up to finish a novel. At about 11:30, I thought I heard a scratching at the front door. Telling myself it was only my imagination, I went back to the book. A little later, there was a rattle and a click. I was really scared, I can tell you, what with the murder story before me, and then strange noises in the middle of the night. I shook Anand and whispered, "Listen, there's someone at the door." "Go and open it then," he muttered groggily. "You silly, someone's trying to get in," I said. Anand sat up. "Who? What?" "I don't know," I said. "What shall we do?" "Let's holler for help," he said. Before we could do anything, the door swung open and we found ourselves looking at a ruffianly fellow with a green scarf round his neck. Anand gasped. "Hey, it's Boppa," I whispered. It was indeed the fellow who had recently begun sweeping out the compounds in our row of the houses. So, he was the thief, and no wonder. He knew exactly when the occupants were out, leaving the coast clear. The fellow gave an evil grin. "One squeak out of you and see what happens," he said, brandishing his cudgel and backing out of the room. We heard him slide the latch in. "What do we do now?" I asked in a low voice. Some of the difficult words used on this page are groggily, it means sleepily. The next is ruffianly, which means rough or violent looking. The next word is gasped, which means took a short, deep breath in surprise. The next word is brandishing. It means waving. And the last word is cudgel. It means a short, thick stick used as a weapon. Page number 96. At the top of this page, there is a picture wherein the thief has entered the house. He has a cudgel in his hand, trying to scare the 2 young children, Anita and Anand. The poor kids are frightened. "Let's shout anyway," Anand suggested. The door opened suddenly again in the middle of our discussion. "No noise from you. Now, where is your father's room?" I was about to direct him upstairs when Anand said quickly, "The one next to this one." "You silly goose," I said angrily, as soon as the man had gone. "That's your room. He'll come back as mad can be. At least it will give us some time to think of something," Anand said. "He'll take a while to locate the light switch. Let's shout." All of a sudden, there was a crash followed by a loud scream. More strange noises emerged from the next room. A few muffled thumps, an airy whine, and a low humming sound. "My time machine! He has started it," Anand gasped. "I wish we could get out of this room and see what is happening out there." There was another howl, much fainter this time, and a great deal of clattering. We shouted for all we were worth. In a few minutes, we heard footsteps running up our drive. Thankfully, we recognized Mrs. Sharma's voice, along with her husband and Dr. Mohan, also a neighbor. "Anand, Anita, children, what's the matter? Where are you?" Page number 97. "Here," we shouted in unison. In a minute, the door was unlocked. "What on earth has been happening here, children?" Sharma uncle asked. Both Anand and I fell over ourselves trying to explain. "Where is the fellow now?" "The last we heard, he was in the time machine," I explained hastily, seeing everyone looking rather puzzled. Some of the difficult words used on page 96 are muffled. It means not a very clear and loud sound. Airy. It means strange. And the last word is clattering. It means continuous loud noises. On page 97, in the middle of the page, there is a picture of Anand and Anita's house. The neighbors have entered, and they all look worried and frightened at the same time. We entered the room cautiously and turned on the lights. The time machine was still humming softly, but otherwise there was no other sound from the room. "Well, where is he?" Dr. Mohan asked, peering behind the door. "Did you imagine this?" "Oh no," I protested. "How could both of us have imagined the same thing?" "Maybe he ran out," Anand suggested. "I'm sure we would have seen him. There's only one way out of this house, and we came the same way as soon as we heard you." Sharma uncle sounded very sure. "Look," Anand said, pointing on the floor. He was wearing that. Near the panel of switches was the green scarf. The difficult word used on page 97 is peering. It means looking carefully. Page number 98. "Let's search the house. Perhaps he's still around," Dr. Mohan said, going upstairs. Boppa was nowhere to be seen. "Well, maybe he did run out and we missed him," Mrs. Sharma said at last. "I can't imagine what else could have happened." "My time machine. He's gone through that," Anand burst out, his eyes shining. "What an imagination this boy has," Mr. Sharma said, smiling indulgently. "Now off to bed, both of you. I'll spend the night here, so you need not worry about any more intruders now." Needless to say, Boppa was never seen again. Anand insists that his time machine worked and he disappeared into the past. The machine itself was dismantled because Papa thought it wasn't safe. Maybe he also had a niggling suspicion that it worked, so we couldn't try it out. As for Anand, he's convinced that he's a genius and has launched a new project, something about a telephone to contact creatures in outer space. Tell you all about it next time. This story is written by Anita Rao Badami. On the left-hand side of this page, there is a picture of Anand working out on his time machine and a new telephonic device. Let us discuss. Arrange the following events in the correct order of occurrence. 1. The door swings open and they see Bappa standing there with an evil grin. 2. Bappa is nowhere to be found, but his green scarf is lying near the time machine. 3. Mrs. Sharma, her husband, and Dr. Mohan unlock the door and enter the house to help the children. Point 4. Anita wakes Anand up, informing him that someone is trying to get into the house. 5. Anand misleads Boppa into entering his room instead of his father's room. Page number 99. Let us think and reflect. Exercise 1. Read the extracts given below and answer the questions that follow. Extract 1. Before beginning this story, let me put you in the picture. I'm Anita, 14 years old. My brother Anand, 1 year younger than me, caused all that hoo-ha with his burglar alarm. The trouble with him is that he thinks he's a scientist. He loves tinkering with all sorts of electrical gadgets, tools, dynamos, planks of wood, and things like that. And he keeps creating inventions that never work out as they are supposed to. On the right-hand side of this page, there is a picture of the young girl Anita. Question 1. Complete the following sentence suitably by choosing the correct option from those given in the brackets. When Anita says, "Let me put you in the picture," she wants to dash, introduce or summarize the situation for the benefits of the readers. Question 2. Anand loves tinkering with all sorts of electrical gadgets. This means that he enjoys dash gadgets. The options are dismantling and creating, labeling or naming, repairing or improving, collecting and displaying. Question 3. Which of the following options most suitably describes Anand's personality? The options are methodical and cautious, creative and experimental, energetic and hasty, shy and reserved. Question 4. Based on this extract, compare what Anita thinks of her brother, Anand, with what he thinks of himself. Extract 2. I was about to direct him upstairs when Anand said quickly, "The one next to this one." "You silly goose," I said angrily as soon as the man had gone. "That's your room. He'll come back as mad can be." "At least it will give us some time to think of something," Anand said. "He'll take a while to locate the light switch. Let's shout." All of a sudden, there was a crash followed by a loud scream. More strange noises emerged from the next room. A few muffled thumps, an airy whine, and a low humming sound. Question 1. Complete the sentence given below with a suitable reason. Anita was angry with Anand because dash. Question 2. Which action of Anand shows his presence of mind? Page number 100. Question 3. What might be the cause of the strange noises emerging from the next room? A. The intruder moving furniture around. B. Anand's time machine getting activated. C. The intruder locating the light switch. D. Anand's invention malfunctioning. Question 4. Which of the following best describes the atmosphere in this extract? A. Relaxing. B. Peaceful. C. Tense. D. Sad. E. Suspenseful. F. Joyful. The options that you have to pick up are A. D and E. B. B and F. C. C and E. D. Only D. Exercise 2. Complete the table with the suitable traits of the characters based on evidence from the text. Choose the traits given in the box below. An example has been done for you. The traits given in the box are creative, curious, careful, responsible, bothersome, confident. Now, based on the character, you have to provide the traits and the evidence from the text. I'll read out the points given here in the 3 columns. The first character is Anand, and the traits are bothersome. Now, you have to provide the rest of the traits. The evidence from the text are, and this is not the first time he's gotten Papa's nerves or frightened someone half to death in the house. The next evidence is, he loves tinkering with all sorts of electrical gadgets, tools, dynamos, planks of wood, and things like that. And he keeps creating inventions that never work out as they are supposed to. The third evidence is, nothing will go wrong this time. I have planned it out carefully. See the blueprint. The next character is Anita. Now, you have to provide 3 traits of the girl. And the evidence given from the text are, we are old enough to look after ourselves, Ma. But how does this alarm know that a burglar is opening the door? Now clean up this mess before anyone gets home. Page number 101. Exercise 3. Answer the following questions. Question 1. What prompted Anand to create the burglar alarm? Question 2. How did Anand's father become the target of the burglar alarm? Question 3. How did Anand's parents and sister react to his ideas? Question 4. How did Anand behave when he was on his inventing binges? Question 5. Why did Mr. Sharma not believe Anand when he spoke about his time machine? Question 6. Give an ending to this story, explaining what might have happened to Bappa. Let us learn. Exercise 1. Read the highlighted word in the following sentence. It's quite simple. The moment the door opens, this alarm is tripped off and makes a clanging sound. The word highlighted in this sentence is clanging. Such sound words are called onomatopoeic words. Onomatopoeia is the use of words that imitate actual sound of the thing they describe. The boom of a firework exploding, the ding-dong of a bell, the pitter-patter of raindrops, the tick-tock of a clock are all examples of onomatopoeia. Exercise 1. Read the sound words used in the story in column 1. Complete column 2 by matching expressions from the box given below. An example has been done for you. The expressions in the box given are whispered angrily, constant and loud construction noises, sudden loud sound of breaking, a continuous low and soothing sound. Now, in column 1, the words are crash, humming, hissed, hammering, sawing, clattering. In column 2, the words are sudden loud sound of breaking. Now, you have to provide the remaining phrases. Page number 102. Exercise 2. Read the highlighted phrase in the following sentence from the text. Well, that was the end of peace and quiet in the house. The highlighted phrase in this sentence is peace and quiet, which displays a combination of two words generally used together in a fixed order. Such phrases are called binomials. Binomials are expressions consisting of two words usually linked by a conjunction such as and or that are commonly used together in a fixed order. The two words convey a single meaning or an opposite. Exercise 1. Match the words in column 1 with the correct pairs in column 2 to make binomials. The words given in column 1 are safe, odds, make, pros, now, give. In the next column, the conjunctions that you have to use are and, or. The words given in column 2 are break, cons, never, take, sound, ends. Exercise 2. Complete the following sentences with suitable binomials from 1. Sentence 1. This project will be a dash moment of our team's success. 2. After a long journey, we were relieved to arrive home. Dash. 3rd. Every friendship works well when there is a balance of dash. 4th. She organized all the dash in the cupboard to make space for new clothes. 5. Before making a decision, it is important to weigh the dash carefully. 6. This is our final chance to perform on stage. It is dash. Question 3. Complete the paragraph by using the phrasal verbs given in the box below. The phrasal verbs are tripped off, let up, turned out, ran out of, and rigged up. Page number 103. It had been raining and we dash time to set up for the function. So, we quickly dash some decorations using whatever materials we had. We accidentally dash the fire alarm because of the smoke from the bonfire. Thankfully, the rain dash just as the guests were arriving. And despite all the chaos, the function dash to be a huge success. Exercise 3. Read the highlighted expressions in the following sentence from the text. And this is not the first time he's got on Papa's nerves or frightened someone half to death in the house. Now, the highlighted expressions in this sentence are got on Papa's nerves, frightened someone half to death. The highlighted expressions are called idioms. An idiom is a phrase or expression that has a meaning different from the literal meaning of the individual words. It is like a special saying that people understand in a specific way. For example, it is raining cats and dogs means it's raining very heavily. Complete the following sentences by filling in the blanks with suitable idioms from the text given in the box below. The idioms are leaving the coast clear, get on our nerves, fell over ourselves, frighten me half to death, get a shelling. The first sentence, Shekhar knew he would dash for breaking his mother's favourite flower vase. Second, we dash trying to help the injured dog and get it to the vet as quickly as possible. Third, Faizi distracted Kanchan dash for us to get inside the room to prepare the birthday surprise. Fourth sentence, the constant power fluctuations during meetings can dash. The fifth sentence is, when I'm alone at home, any unexpected loud noise in the night can dash. Exercise 4. Read the highlighted words given in the sentence. It was indeed the fellow who had recently begun sweeping out the compounds in our row of houses. Now the words that are highlighted in the sentence are was, had, begun. Here we refer to two completed actions, the recent past and the later past. Page number 104. Question 1. Underline the verbs in simple past and past perfect tense for the following sentences from the text. Ma had rushed in to see what the racket was all about and found Papa standing there, sopping wet and scowling. Anand had vanished by this time and reappeared only after dinner when Papa had cooled down. Question 2. Fill in the blanks with the simple past or past perfect form of the verbs given in brackets. The first sentence is, after Rohan dash, the word in the bracket is finish. His homework, he dash, the word in the brackets is decide, to go for a walk. He dash, the word in the brackets is leave the house, and dash, the word in the bracket is realize. He dash, the word in the bracket is forget, his keys inside. Second sentence. By the time we dash, the word in the brackets is reach the station, the train dash, the words in the brackets are already oblique leave, full stop. We dash, the word in the bracket is wait for the next one to arrive. Question 3. Combine the pairs of sentences using the time expressions in the boxes given below and rewrite them using the past perfect tenses. An example has been done for you. The example is, Rohan had packed his suitcase before he left for the airport. Now in this sentence, the words that are underlined or highlighted are had packed and before. Now there are 3 columns. The headings are old actions, time expressions, new actions. The phrases given in the first column are Rohan packed his suitcase. Now, the time expressions that you can provide are before, after, by the time, when. And the new actions can be he left for the airport. The next phrase is we started work. The new action is he arrived in the morning. The next phrase is they set up the tents. And the new action is the others brought food and medicine. The next phrase is the students became quiet. And the new action is they heard the teacher coming. And the last phrase is the villagers left the village. And the new action is the flood submerged an entire area. Page number 105. Let us listen. Exercise 1. You will listen to a conversation between Anita and Toby. Toby is a Martian and is stranded on Earth. He has become Anita's friend. As you listen, choose the true statements from 1 to 5 given below. Transcript for the teacher on page 136. The first point is, Toby misses his school. The second point is Anita accepts Toby as her friend. The third point is Anita asks Toby about one of his facial features. The fourth statement is Toby tells Anita that she had a banana for breakfast. And the fifth point is Toby shares that he can see much clearer with a closed eye. Exercise 2. Listen to the conversation again and fill in the blanks with the exact words you hear. Sentence 1. Toby, I miss my dash and home. Sentence 2. Toby, well, we dash don't need to eat anything. We get our dash from the sun. Sentence 3. Anita, oh, don't you ever feel like having ice creams and dash? Sentence 4. Anita, okay, tell me one thing. How are you able to see with only dash eye? Sentence 5. Toby, I can see beyond mountains and dash, woods and even dash. Let us speak. Exercise 1. Read the following sentences from the text. As usual, I had to be involved, though I would have preferred to finish my novel. We are old enough to look after ourselves, Ma, I said. The word though is pronounced to rhyme with the word low. The word enough is pronounced to rhyme with the word puff. In English, there are many words ending with OUGH, which are pronounced very differently. Listen to the teacher say these words aloud and notice how they are pronounced. The words are bow, dough, through, thought, cuff, plow. Page number 106. Now work in pairs. Pronounce these words out loud and put them in the correct boxes given below. Now there is a table given with 5 columns. These 5 columns are labelled with different sounds. The first column has the sound O-O. The second column has the sound O-F-F off. The third column has the sound O. The fourth column sounds like O-W. The last column sounds like A-W. Share more words that sound similar to the words in the table. Exercise 2. Read the story given below aloud. Check the correct pronunciation with the teacher. In spite of a nagging cough, the woman continued working in her farm right through the rough weather. She filled up the trough with water for her cows and plowed the fields to plant the seeds. She then plucked some raw mangoes from a low bough of a mango tree to make a spicy chutney. Though the day had been tough, she smiled peacefully as she had already prepared dough to make enough rotis for dinner. Exercise 3. Now try saying this tongue twister fast as many times as you can clearly. The boy with the tough dough on the rose bow fell in the trough and caught a cough. Let us write. Think about different vocations that you see around you or you are currently studying. For example, electrician, mechanic, chef, nurse, graphic designer. You may add more vocations to the list given here. At the bottom of this page, there is a picture of 5 different people in different uniforms. The first one is an electrician. The next word is a mechanic. The next one is a mechanic. The third picture is of a chef. The next picture is of a nurse. And the last picture is of a graphic designer. Page number 107. Now, choose a vocation and write a paragraph. You may use the hints given below. The hints are why you like this vocation, what training is needed, what tools and equipment are required, who would your co-workers be, highlight the importance of teamwork, how would you deal with the customers, how you plan to pursue it with a sense of pride. Let us explore. Creativity is thinking new things. Innovation is doing new things. And an invention is bringing ideas or objects together in a novel way to create something that did not exist before. All it takes is a simple idea. Human beings are naturally very curious and creative, and this has led to many scientific and technological inventions. You must have heard about many famous inventions. Some of them are mentioned below. You may look for the names of more such Indian inventors and their inventions. On the left-hand side of this page, there is a picture of Sushruta. Sushruta, 6th century BC, was a pioneer figure in medical science. His innovations in surgery paved the way for modern surgery. Page number 108. Dr. Janki Ammal, Padma Shri, was a brilliant woman scientist of India who made a significant contribution to the field of cytogenetics. On the left-hand side, her picture is given. Under the directorship of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, Bharat Ratna, Indian Space Research Organization ISRO launched the satellite Rohini near Earth orbit with India's first satellite launch vehicle in 1980. The project was named SLV-3. On the right-hand side, the picture of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam is given. Dr. Narinder Singh Kapani, Padma Vibhushan, is known as father of fiber optics. He played a pivotal role in inventing fiber optics. He was named one of the 7 unsung heroes of the 20th century for his invention. On the left-hand side, his picture is given.
Poorvi, you were just listening to this audiobook, Textbook of English for Grade 7. Narration, Neha Beniwal. Sound recordist, Manju Kumari. Production assistant, Amarjeet Sarkar. Directed and produced by Vimalesh Chaudhary. This audiobook is brought to you by CIET NCERT, New Delhi, India.